Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let's just have a quick look through our accounts just yesterday evening. See what our income is like and what our expenditure is. And if I think it's important for you to know that there are obviously running an organization as small or as big as you, whichever you want to choose as. There are naturally running expenses, there are costs that we have to cover, and if I can just quickly brief you that our total expenditure a month is approximately just under £2,800. £2,800. This is besides the madrasa that runs here. The madrasa salaries, you can look at about another £2,500–3,000. So altogether the running expenditure for this building is close on to £6,000 a month. Yeah? You may think, what is all that going into? Yeah, just give you an example. The gas alone is about £400 a month. Please don't come tell me, you know what, I got a good deal. We already tied into a contract. We've got, alhamdulillah, some of our local musallis who work for some big companies have managed to get us the best deals. I assure you, we don't just go with any deal, we try to get the best deal we can. Our insurance alone is about £1,500 for the year. And over and above that, other expenses, we have salaries to pay, caretakers and so forth. And our two imams that we have here, Moulana Zakaria and Moulana Muhammad Sahib, we have those expenses also. So we're looking at about £2,800 a month. And now let me give you the sad part, that our total income on average is approximately £1,400. So we're like on a halfway mark. 50% we're getting in, 50% we have to make dua that Allah Ta'ala sends the money. And to be honest with you, from the very first time, from the very first time, for those of you that remember that we read the Tarawih at the church hall, someone had already taken care of the bills, but yet everyone came forward and said, you know what, we want to donate something. And Alhamdulillah, never ever have we had, and we still don't have, Alhamdulillah, may Allah Ta'ala never make it such that we owe anyone money. Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has always taken care of His house. But as one brother mentioned in Ramadan, that it would be unfair for us to go out into another area and say, can you donate for our masjid? Although we have to do that at times. In our house, we have our bills. You don't go to someone else and say, you know what, can you pay for my electricity, can you pay for my gas, pay for my wife's new dress, pay for my son's new trainers. We pay for these things ourselves. And this being our masjid, whether you come here once a week, you come here 5 times a day. This is our responsibility collectively as a community. Yeah. So we are on something like halfway of what our expenses are to what is coming in. Now, mashallah, I am well aware that many of you, and from the entire committee, I am the only one that actually is aware of who puts in money. Not that I go looking to see who put and how much you put. I'm the only one, even the committee members don't have access to that information. Yeah, and neither have they ever asked to say who's giving, let me see how much money they are giving. Yeah, Alhamdulillah, we have standing orders coming in. You think about it, you go out for a meal, how much is a tawa nowadays? 2 people. It's the latest thing, isn't it? Everyone going for tawa now, new thing found. Jay, how much is a tawa? Everyone's carrying on like they've never been for a tawa, right? Jay, how much is a nice big steak? 20-30 pounds for 2 people? That's one night. And by tomorrow morning, you know what's the condition. You have to go with a fire extinguisher or not. We spend money, I'm not saying don't. Allah has given you, you should spend it. Don't be stingy and hide it. One person, when he died, his family members, you know where they found all his money stashed? He had a whole stack of newspapers. Whole stack of newspapers. He'd never let any of his family members throw it away. When he passed away, they decided, now the old man is gone, let's throw it away, but let's just have a look. And when they looked, the amount of money that came out, it's not an idea for you guys. Neither is the matter, it's not a good idea. But khair, what I'm trying to say is, we can spend money, and we should spend money on ourselves. But Allah's house, you give in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the minimum reward that you will get is multiplied 700 times of the amount you give. So if you put a £1 in the bag today, or you'll put it in the bucket, or you have put it in the bucket, then you get a minimum of £700 reward, inshallah. Minimum. Then your ikhlas, your sincerity, yeah, you worked very hard for that money, honest living, all of that is taken into account, and then according to that, Allah Ta'ala will give you your reward. Yeah, so it could be an infinite amount of reward that you will get. And no person has ever become poor by spending in the path of Allah Ta'ala. By giving in charity, no one has become poor. If you think someone has, then look at the life of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala an, a very successful and wealthy businessman. Yet he never became poor. Yet he would give his entire possessions to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and say, use it. I'm not asking you to go and empty out your bank accounts unless you really want to. Alhamdulillah, very good, mashallah. But you don't have to. If you haven't set up a standing order, please set up a standing order. In the back, where the timetables are, on the left hand side, there's a small A5 size form. If you take one of these with you, one is for yourself. And ideally those that are local here, we should give £10 a month, which is not a lot of money, which is £2.50 a week. Yeah? £120 divided by 52 weeks, and you'll figure out how small that amount is. It's about £1, £2.24 I think. £2.24 a week, that's what it works out to if you give £120 a year. Then I want you to take a few extra forms, or if you want it in the text format, then let me know. I will send you a text. Share it out with your family members, but find 10 people to give only £5 a month. Just £5, not £10, just £5. So you will become a means of bringing the center £60. As those that know me, I don't like to ask for money. And if Sayyid Bhai was here, I would have asked him. If I ask Irfan Bhai, where's Sayyid Bhai? Because he's mashallah more articulate. I'm not good, and I don't like asking for money. But we have to remind one another. that we have our expenses, we have bills to pay. Alhamdulillah, we are not in any qaras anywhere, Allah's shukr. But looking at the accounts now, the money is deteriorating, what we have in the account. So we are paying the bills out. What I'm saying is, if we can get just 10 people to give £5 each, and over and above that, if you are the only person that's working in your home, give £10. If your wife is working, ask your wife to donate, or your son, your daughter, whoever, every working person in your home, if they can give only £10, it's not a lot of money. And inshallah, Allah Ta'ala will reward you for this. I don't have to explain to you. I'm sure all of you are very well aware, of the rewards that Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala will give us. So like I said, at the moment, we have about a £1,400 pound shortfall every single month. So we need to find that money, and you can make it happen, inshallah. There's some brothers, I can tell you, there's one family that gives about £300-400 a month, to the masjid, alhamdulillah. That's one family. I'm not going to say who they are. I know who they are, and they know who they are. Allah Ta'ala grant them barakah, and they can afford it. That's why they're giving that much. Some of us may be able to give £50. That's why we give 50. Some give 20. Some give 30. Some give £10. Some give £5. But whatever you can give, please do give, inshallah. Standing order forms at the back, and if you need it electronically, to set up a standing order doesn't take long. If you've got online banking, a couple of minutes and it's set up, and that's it. You forget about it. You set it up, the money comes, money goes automatically. Alhamdulillah, the masjid benefits. And like I said, this is just for the running of the masjid. Got nothing to do with the running expenses of the madrasa. We haven't taken into account a lot of other expenditure, like photocopying the timetables and other things that there are, that we don't take into. This is without maintenance. This is just monthly running costs. Brothers, sorry for taking up a bit extra of your time. This was something that I needed to share with everyone. Unfortunately, most Muslims come in last minute. Maybe my talks are not that good. We'll have to hire someone that everyone enjoys. Be lucky. Please everyone, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله علي ذات عظيم صفات جميل سمات كبير الشان جليل القدر رفيع الذكر مطاع الامر جليل البرهان فطيم الاسم غزير الحلم وسيل العلم كثير الغفران جميع الثناء جزيل العطاء مجيب الدواعي يميم الاحسان سريع الحساب شديد العقاب اليم العذاب عزيز السلطان. ونشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له في الخلق والامر ونشهد ان سيدنا ونبينا مولانا محمد عبده ورسوله المبعوث إلى الأسود والأحمر المنعوت بشرح الصدر ورفع الذكر وصلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه خلاصة العرب العربة وخير الخلائق بعد الأنبياء. أما بعد، فيا أيها الناس وحدوا الله فإن التوحيد رأس الطاعات واتقوا الله فإن التقوى ملاك الحسنات وعليكم بالسنة فإن السنة تهدي إلى الإطاعة ومن أطاع الله ورسوله فقد رشد واهتدى. وإياكم والبدع فإن البدع تهدي إلى المعصية ومن يعص الله